in Jamaica. So I finished school at the usual 15, 16, and I had a scholarship to the art school over there. Oh, I could always draw as a boy. Yeah, I was a pretty sort of solitary child, but other kids were playing cricket and football and all that. I just want to look at paintings and sketch and draw and all that, yeah. My name is McLean, St. Aubin McLean. And I've been living with this amyloidosis for the past 4 years.
Dad was in hospital for several weeks before he got the amyloidosis diagnosis. During that time he met many doctors, many cardiologists. If you think back, Dad, to around the time you were diagnosed and before, did it feel like you were becoming unwell or things weren't quite right?
Yeah, I couldn't understand why I was getting so tired, sort of walking. I took my granddaughter and we went to see King Lear at the Globe Theatre there. And I remember when it was finished, it started to rain, and we had to, where the Globe Theatre is, and we had to sort of get to Waterloo Station, try to run there, and I did feel, and all that. And then I got home and I rang the doctor immediately. And he didn't ask, he says, we'll send an ambulance right away.
Amyloidosis was introduced into our lives gradually. There wasn't a particular breakthrough moment, but rather it came up in conversation with doctors and nurses over a number of weeks. We understood that it was a rare condition, one that had limited treatment options, one that had some similarities with heart failure, but also required a different approach to management.
Well, as a disease, I knew nothing at all. I never heard the word before. Yeah. And they try to explain to you, but they can't put it in simple man's language. Everything's got to be done in the medical term, and after a while you switch off.
We wanted to immerse ourselves in information about it as a family to try and understand what Dad was living with and how we could support him best. I think sometimes it would have been great if we had had more of a helping hand, if we had had more people who are willing to really come forward and guide us on the way. And I'm not saying that there haven't been very helpful, compassionate healthcare workers and others, but still it feels like we're feeling our way. We're sometimes tripping over ourselves, sometimes going around in circles. I think it's unreasonable to put on families the requirement to do the research and to find out the treatment options and to push those doors. And I think that our family is pretty exceptional because we've left few stones unturned in our efforts to try and find treatment options for you, to try and get you onto trials. And it's felt like a struggle and a fight at times. And it's started to get me thinking about inequalities in healthcare according to race. I think for people like my dad who came to this country with nothing from an impoverished colony, we're used to struggling, to finding a way, to challenging expectations, to confounding prejudice. And so we've taken on amyloidosis as we've taken on other aspects of life.
He's a prober. As a barrister, he gets under their skin and asks the questions that I might want to ask, but I can't put it in words or I can't articulate it in a manner that it gets across. But he can do that.
I think that the experience of living with V122I amyloidosis, if you don't have a family or have an engaged, supportive family and a family that feels that they have agency, would be very different. But I've got a brother, a sister, my mum, my wife. Dad had friends, and it feels like we've stepped forward together to respond to Dad's diagnosis.
Well, I've said to him, as I said to all the others, I'm glad they've been there for me and glad to sort of support me and just be there, just be there for me and all that, so, yeah. And I appreciate that, yes. Yeah.